So many examples again and again. Last time he said, this is the example he has given, that if you see that cloth, we see the cloth, but in cloth there is nothing but, why do you call it cloth? It is only thread. Thread interspersed in both sides. Nothing but thread is the existence, but you call it cloth, shirt, pant, all different names you are giving. Is it not the thread only? So looking at the thread is the reality, and looking at the shape and size and designs of the cloth, that is unreal. If it is today this way, you can change it tomorrow that way. So that is that when critically analyzed, the cloth is found to be nothing but thread alone. In a similar manner, this universe, as we see, could be found as Brahman or self alone. It is nothing but Satchidananda. But you or we see it as so many varieties of objects in the universe. So that is the part we have read. Today we are going to the same idea. Another example is being given on the page 23, verse 23, page 95. So Brahman alone is the cause of the illusory appearance. This is called the Vivarta Karan. Vivarta means without changing the original thing, you superimpose something else. That is called Vivarta. Two philosophies are there. Vivartavada, that is Shankara's philosophy, and Parinamavada, that is the dualistic philosophy. Vivartavada says that there is the rope. Rope is all the time. You have a misconception as snake. Snake was never there. Snake will not be there. During your delusion period, you only imagine the snake. But the rope was there untarnished all the time. So, similarly, but Parinamavada example that no, that truth has been transformed into something which cannot go back to your original source. Suppose milk we put and we make it yogurt. And dahi, yogurt. When you transform once to yogurt, can you bring it back to milk? No. That is the dualistic. Dualistic is this is the universe. This is permanent. It cannot go back to its source. But Vivartavad saying, no. You are seeing something wrongly, but there is the rope only. You are seeing the snake. That is Vivarta. Without transforming or changing anything of the original, you may experience the changes like this. This is called the Vivartavada, Shankara's philosophy. And Parinamavad is the dualistic philosophy. He says that the world has become this. He has become. So become means it has limitation and it cannot go back to that unity again. Anyhow, so the example is given, that is Vivartavada, Vivarta Upadana Karan, the cause, illusory appearance in all these three periods of creation, preservation, and dissolution. So Brahman is the only reality. That is according to philosophy of Vivartavada. Though you see the changes, but this changes. So how can I conceive that? So they are giving another example. We are reading that verse. Let us read together. Yathana tu yato bhinnaha. Yathana tu yato bhinnaha. Phenor mihima budbudaha. Phena urmi hima budbudaha. Phena urmi hima budbuda. So many items. Phena means phana, foam. Ohi Phonam, uh, Urmi. Urmi means the dew, what you call the ripples. Hima is the snow, and Buddha is the bubbles. So they are all different names. So Yathano to Yato Vinna, Yathano to Yato Vinna, Pena, Urmi, Himo, Budbudaha, Pena, Urmi, Himo, Budbudaha. Atmanopi tatha vinnam, Atmanopi tatha vinnam, Vishwam Atma Vinirgatam, Vishwam Atma Vinirgatam. Yatha Fena, as is Fena is the foam, or the liquid Urmi, the ripples, or Himo, the snow, or Budbuda, the bubbles. They're nothing other than what? Tuyat. Tuyat means water. It is nothing other than water or H2O. You are giving so many names, foam, wave, and ripple, bubble. These are all different names you are giving. But is there anything there but H2O? As it is not different from H2O or water, similarly, Atmanopi tatha vinyam. This is Atman. Everything is the consciousness, Satchidananda. It is not bhinna, it is not separate from that. You, me, this, this. These are only different names and forms. So Atmanopi tatha avinnam. It is not separate from Atman, Vishwam, Atma. And this world has come out of that Atman only. That means you are seeing the same Atman, only you are giving different names. And the names are different, but the content is the H2O. Content is water. So, is understandable? Hmm? Yeah. So, this appears to be so different, but you, me, is the appearance. But if you go to the beyond the name and form, forget the form. Your form is different from my form. Your name is different from my name. Everything is different, and that's why we live in the world. You have to give a name and description, no? Otherwise we cannot separate each other. We cannot, transactional world will stop. If there are all the people, you don't have any name, so how we will recognize each other? How we will address each other? So in the transactional world, you will have to have name and form. But in reality, this is nothing but Satchidananda, nothing but Atman, nothing but the pure self. So this is the same example. It's called Vivarta Vada. Remember, Vivarta means changes without changing the original. Water is not changing anywhere. Water is the common ingredient. But it is water in the foam, bubble, wave, ripple. These are different names and expression of the same H2O. So this whole universe, as you see, it is all Atman. It is all your divine Satchidananda self. But you don't recognize that. So just as the foam, the waves, look at the bold translations. Just as the foam, the waves, the snowflakes, and the bubbles are not different from water. Similarly, the universe, which is born of Atman, it has come out of Atman. Though appearing in diverse forms, we see so many different. Every one is different. Like the flakes, snowflakes. They say that millions and billions of snowflakes, trillions of snowflakes, but no one is equal. exactly same. But they're made of what? H2O or not? See, this universe is huge. Stars and galaxies and created objects are limitless. But is it anything but that Atman? Well, that is a wrong conception. You are seeing wrongly, wrong interpretation of your mind. But it has no change but other than Satchidananda. So this is the knowledge. But we live in this oneness, but we don't recognize this oneness. We only recognize the diversity. Mahidhar has said, foams, ripples, snowflakes, and bubbles originate from water. They are not different from water. Similarly, the universe that emanated from Brahman is also not separate from Brahman, because there is only one reality out of which this name and form and the universe has come. So, what he has said, the explanation, cause and effect are not too different here. In other words, effect is the cause of its illusory appearance. The composer of Brahma Sutra, in his aphorism 2.2.14, said, there is no separate existence of the world which is the effect from that of Brahman, which is the cause. Brahman is the cause, effect is this world, but Brahman, cause and effect are not too different here. One cause when it the Brahman, absolute, unchanging, but when it ripples, it becomes the world. Ramakrishna said, the snake is not moving, that is snake, but moving snake is also snake. Turn the object, which is the effect, remains only in the bombastic expressions of the words, but the clay is the only reality. Upanishad says that Vacharam manam vikaro namudhiyam mrittika itteva sattam. Mrittika means the earth. Earth element is the only reality, but made of earth pot, earth pitcher, earth glass, earth plate. You can name so many things. In early days, we used to use earthen utensils, no? You can give 100 names, but it is only the earth is the fundamental element. So this whole universe, Atman is the fundamental element, Satchidananda is the fundamental element, all else is your imagination. 24th. Atmanopi tatha vishyam, Atmanopi tatha vishyam, Atmanneva layam brajet, Atmanneva layam brajet. Mridi kumbho jale vichi, Mridi kumbho jale vichi, Kanake kundalam yatha, Kanake kundalam yatha. Just as the clay water pot dissolves into the earth, no? When the clay pot is used and you break, where does it go back? Clay. Just as the mridi jale bichi, that just as the water, when the wave subsides, where does it go? Into the water. Gold, earring, into gold. When you destroy, it goes back to them. Similarly, this universe goes back when it dissolves. Where does it go? It goes back to the origin, that is Atman. It comes out of what? Only Atman. Did not actually come out. Our ignorant mind is describing this. That's why it's called Maya. Maya means it appears, but it is not true. That which appears but has no real existence, apparent existence. I cannot deny. I see the mirage in the desert you are traveling, you see the mirage. You cannot deny that I don't see it. But because you see, it does not mean there is water. It's an optical illusion. Similarly, we are seeing this. Because you see, it does not give the validity it is true. So, similarly, given the example, you earthen pitcher, break it. It becomes earth. The gold earring or whatever, you melt it, it goes back to gold. The water in the wave or ripple, whatever you turn back, it is only H2O. Similarly, this entire universe of name and form, when it gets dissolved, it goes back to what? Its own divine nature. That is Atman. It comes from Atman, it goes back to Atman. Actually, in between what is happening, it is a delusion. Huh? So this is the thing to meditate day and night. Then wisdom comes, understanding comes. Because we are so bewildered with this, what we see in apparent world, and we give that this is valid. But this valid so long you see it. But as you close your eyes, you don't see the validity of it. And if you analyze it, you can just throw floodlight of your analysis. Then you see it does not stand. It cannot stand as reality. That's why it is called appearance. So this unreal nature of the world. The nature of the world, as I see, that is unreal. But real nature is Atman. That means I am seeing Atman only. Or I am seeing Brahman only. Or I am seeing myself only everywhere. That is the Vedantic concept that I am in everybody. That's why we feel sympathy for others. Because there is some connection with the world. Though I do not know. You do not know somebody, but you see in the freeway some accident happen. And if someone is in difficulty, you feel sad. Why do you feel sad? You have no connection. So there is one underlying connection. Even you know or do not know. If you know, it will be more intense. If I know that my friend, whom I know, is serious accident, I'll be so affected by it. But I do not know somebody, but still I'll be affected little bit. Little or more is the question. But why you will feel affected? Because you and there is no difference, because only one in name and form. It's given the example if you throw a stone in a pool and then throw, what will happen? Where you hit, there will be wave, bigger wave. But that wave can be felt at the remote edge. It may be feeble, but it can be felt. So it has its impact. Therefore, I am connected with everyone. Swami Vivekananda says, everyone's suffering is my suffering. Everyone's joy is my joy. That is the Brahmogyanis live in this consciousness. If anyone is happy, I am happy. If anyone is suffering, I am suffering. Because I am there. Swami Vivekananda is to pass sleepless night thinking of the poverty of the people, suffering of the people. And he used to also get elated with the joy of everyone. So I am not limited only here. I extend everywhere. I am in every being. And that is the experience what this book is suggesting. How to transform that? Try to think. You are looking at the name and form. And change is happening only in the name and form. In reality, unchanging self is the ground of our very existence. And that takes a wave form, ripple form, snowflake form, or whatever. These are only H2O, nothing but H2O. And this example given that Atma no pit, Nidhi Kumbha, break the earth material, then a jar, break the jar, then it will go back to earth element. You break or bring, melt the ornament, whatever you have, it goes back to the gold element if it is gold. If it is copper, it will go to the copper. Similarly, this whole world is melts down into that Atman, the consciousness, the Satchidananda. So the world appears as an expression, just as the clay water pot dissolves into the earth, waves into the water, gold earrings dissolves into gold. Similarly, this universe originates from the self and merges into it alone. This is actually a mystery, and that has kept us all here. Ah. We hear 1,000 times, million times, but it does not register. That's why we need spiritual practice. Why we get so much affected? What to lose? You lose only the name and form. So how bold you will be to live in this world? What fear? What fear can haunt you? It is only a temporary form. Wave has taken this form and it is rolling on the ocean and it is reducing, sometimes becoming, you are becoming heavy sometimes, you are becoming lean sometimes, and sometimes you dissolve. So you are all the time H2O. I am Atman. That's why it says Atman is untouched by all the actions of the body mind. Body mind does its action. But body mind is not Atman. Body mind rather created a separation from that ocean. So don't focus on body and mind. Focus on content. And that is the consciousness. And that Atman you are, I am. And I'm seeing this, my Atman in this way. Next verse 25. Atma Jnanat Jagat Vati. Atma Jnanat. No, sorry. Atma Ajnanat Jagat. See, that's the Sanskrit. You totally make a total mess. If we say, you miss the word Ajnanat or Jnanat. Atma Ajnanat Jagat Bhati. Hi Atma Jnanad Nivartate. Jnanad hi nivartate. Rajju Jnanad Uhir Bhati. Again, Rajju Ajnanat. Rajju Ajnanat Uhir Bhati. Ajnanat Ahir Bhati Tajjnanacha Nivartate. Tajjnanacha Nivartate. Tajjnanacha Nivartate. Tajjnanacha Nivartate. Jagat Atma Ajnanat Jagat Bhati. Very simple word. You, Ajnana means ignorant. Being ignorant about your own Atman, you see this Jagat. Jagat, this world appears before you because of you not knowing your ignorance about your own self. And Atma Jnana, now you have the knowledge of your real self, then Nivartate. This world does not remain at all. So Ramakrishna going to Samadhi. When he goes to Samadhi, where is this world for him? For us. If I just become unconscious now. For me, where is the world? Even I go to dream, this world does not exist for me. I go to sleep, this world does not exist for me. When you know you are Atman, where this world will remain? It is no more, it is all Atman. So this world is appearing because Atma Ajnana. Ajnana makes it this world as real. Your heart, you see. No, it's not here. Oh, the Shankaracharya I quote many times. Shankaracharya after audience is saying, Kahgatam, Kenava Nitam. Who has taken away? Kahgatam, where this world go? I was so much affected by this world. I'm happy, unhappy, crying, weeping. Every day's life is a miserable life. You do not know what is my problem, this, that. Where did it go? Kutrolinam, where did it dissolve? Idam Jagat, this universe. I was Odunaiva Maya Drishtam. Just before this knowledge, I was seeing this world as real, like we are now seeing. No? Shankara is saying, before my knowledge dawned, I saw this world just now. Why did it disappear? Who has taken away this world? That means it is the snake. Where did it come from? Where did it go away? As soon as you brought the flashlight, and where did the snake go away? Who has taken away the snake? It's a very beautiful way of saying. That means snake was never there. You have only superimposed this idea over unchanging rope. Rope was all the time there. But you cannot deny you have some experience. And why experience? Because you are in ignorance, darkness. If there is a daylight, you will not make a mistake. No one mistakes a snake in a rope if it is not there darkness. Broad daylight, you see a rope. Do you run away? Oh, it is snake. No. Broad daylight of knowledge, when it falls, you see things. It is Atman. Whom to fear? I am everywhere. I do not fear my finger. Someone can fear the fist of other. Oh, he may beat me. Yeah? But my fist, I don't get frightened. You see your teeth. Your teeth can bite somebody. But your teeth with the tongue, see how they are, because it is tongue says it is me. And teeth says it is me. You are with the teeth, you are achieving so many things. Hardest things. But you don't, of course, we do a bite occasionally, the tongue, inadvertently. But they can manage within themselves because it is me, it is me. So this is me, this is me. This is me everywhere. So there is no enemy. That's why Gita says that you, there is nothing but you. So whom to fear, whom to hate? There is no enemy, there is no friend. There is Atman, Atman everywhere. Thus the world appears only due to ignorance about the self. Again, it dissolves with the rise of the self-knowledge. The snake appears due to ignorance about the rope. And as soon as one attains the knowledge of the rope, the snake error ceases entirely. 26. Tasya adrishyat matasya. Tasya adrisya atma tattasya. Tasyadrishyat matattasya. Tasya adrisya atma tattvasya. Tasyadrisya atma tattvasya. Vismitaiva sthitim gatam. Vismitaiva sthitim gatam. Jagat syad ishwarat Rama. Jagat syad ishwarat Rama. Jagat rajju bhujangavat. Jagat rajju bhujangavat. Oh Rama, it is said, Adrisya, when you don't see, the world has acquired stability in our mind due to the forgetfulness of ourself. We never think that I have a self which is undying self. I always look at me with this body and mind. So it says, the world has acquired in our mind so much stable ground. How? Though it is non-existent, but how it has gained so much ground in our mind that it is the only reality. How? It's because of the forgetfulness, due to forgetfulness. We have forgotten. Does it not happen that you have forgotten your necklace? Does it not forget your eyeglass? Many times every day, occasionally we are having. You are searching for the key everywhere. It is in your pocket. So you are searching for anything, and you become so mad. Where did I feel? Oh, I am forgetting. But it is here itself. So it is because of the forgetfulness of that real self, this world acquired its stability. This is true, which is difficult to know. Huh? Because it has sanskara, it has become into our very bones, in our very marrow, it has gone that I am the body. I am this limited. This has entered. Because Atma Ajnanat, not knowing our Atman, which is difficult to know, just like the emergence of a snake from the rope. Rope is the only thing, snake has emerged. How the snake has emerged? Ignorance. The world has come out from the Supreme Self. So this whole world, as I see, it has come out of the Supreme Self, the pure Self. Hmm? Hmm. So the world is appearing to be real from life to life for our own, no? So it is no real creation. It is like that of a rope snake, meaning it is unreal, merely an appearance. Huh? See, same idea, how to push, imprint into our mind. That's why spiritual life is nothing but repeated analysis, repetition of your this ideal again and again and again, day and night. That's why it is said, Ashukte, Amrite, Kalam Nayat, Vedanta Chintaya. Therefore, a student of Vedanta should spend his or her time day and night into what idea? About this idea. I am this seeing the appearance. And this appearance has been got a ground in my mind. It is true because of my not knowing who am I. But I am the self, undying, unchanging. So this to be again and again hammered, day and night, that ignorance will vanish then. And there is no other weapon. You cannot bring a sword to cut this ignorance. It's so fine. It's in your mind. How can you destroy the mind? That's why right reasoning is the fundamental cause. Right type of reasoning is necessary. Analysis, proper analysis, right reasoning is necessary. Okay, now we go. What, 27? Swapne Jagat Asadrupa Swapne Jagat Asat Rupa Smito Jagrat Asat Bapu Mito Jagrat Asat Bapu Mritir Janmani Asat Rupa Mritir Janmani Asat Rupa Mrito Janmapi Asanmayam Mrito Janma Opi Asanmayam. So what it says, during the dream, there is no awakened state. We all see every day. When you are dreaming, then there is no awakening. This state is not there. All your experiences, what happening now during waking period of our life, when you dream, what does it go? It vanishes. Is it not? In the daytime, you are so serious about everything. When you are dreaming, what happens to you? Where this world go? It is not for you. Those who are awake, it is for them. But suppose I go to sleep just now. This world will vanish for me. So that's why I said, During the dream, there is no awakened state. There is not an iota of awakened state. You don't remember that you have other experience. And at the time of recollection of memory also, the awakened state is unreal. Eh? At the time of recollection of memory, suppose you think of your experience when you are very young child. No? When you are thinking of a childhood, you are not here in the present. Got it? No. Or it is becoming serious. When you are in memory, suppose you have a good memory or bad memory, whatever, you go back to that memory. What happened to you? That moment you are thinking of the past, this world is no more with you. That's why many people suffer. Why they suffer? Now nothing is there. But people go back to their past, an unforgettable past. And in that unforgettable past, they live on denying this world. That means this world vanishes. It cannot stay. So you see how it is one state nullifies the other state. So that's the point. During the dream state, the awakened state is nullified. At the time of recollection of our old memories, the awakened state is unreal. As if it is here, but the person who is deeply engrossed in his past memory, for that period of time, have 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, some get so much ingrained into it, they go to psychiatric hospital. Why? They don't see what is going on here. Nothing is here now. Everything is peaceful, joyful.
Well, the same thing about living in the future.
Future also.
Worry and having anxiety.
Right.
What's going to happen?
Good. That's the point. We live normally in the past or the future. We don't live in the present. At this moment, we can rejoice. But we are thinking, what will happen tomorrow? Very, when it happens, happens. Enjoy now. We have forgotten. To living in the now means living in the Atman. Don't live in the past. Don't live in the future. And it's a proof that when you think of your past memories, that moment you are not here. Or as you said, when you think of the future something deeply, then you are not in the present state. So it is a state, one state nullifying the other state. That's why it is not real. If it is all the time there, that is called real. So in you and in me, there is somebody who says, I have a past experience. That I am thinking of this. That I, and the future, what will happen to me? There is somebody who observes this thought, consciousness, that never goes anywhere. That is Atman. That figure, that Chubhi, you remember the Panchakosha, 5 circles. One circle encircling another. But internally, the brightest light of self-consciousness is all the time there. But these entire body, mind, etc., in these circles, that comes and goes. When we are in a waking state, we identify with certain thing. When we go to dream, we identify with certain thing. And when we sleep, we totally get lost into the ignorance. But there is somebody who has observed this sleep state, dream state, and the waking state also. So that is the point. During the dream, there is no awakened state. At the time of recollection of memory, the awakened state is also unreal. At the time of birth, death is unreal. It does not exist. Birth is not there at the time of death. So this is a mystery. We live in this. We are really mystified. We don't think about that. That one state is nullifying the other state. If it is true, it should not nullify. It should be there. Suppose the example just they gave, the water, bubble, ripple, wave, foam, ice flakes, whatever you say, it is all water, 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 water. That is the unchanging reality in everything. But if you come to the reality, the bubble is negating the idea of it is not wave. Wave state is nullifying the bubble state. Bubble state is nullifying the flake state. Because the name and form is changing and you are giving some identity to it. So it does not exist. Birth is not there at the time of the. Mohidar also explains in this way. In the present verse and in the next, the unreality of the world is specially described. There is no awakened state in dream. And at the time of recollection, also, the awakened state becomes unreal. At the time of death, birth is illusory, so also is death illusory at the time of birth. Even, yes.
So is it right that it's kind of like birth and death are the same thing, just like falling asleep and waking up are the same
Yeah.
thing? You wake up to this world, but you fall asleep to the dream world.
Yeah.
Or you fall asleep to this world and wake up to the dream world. Just like birth and death.
Yeah.
You
Right.
die to this world, but you're waking up to
Another world.
big R reality.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Really, if we think, sometimes we'll be surprised how befooled we are and how we give our validity to things of this world so seriously, as if the world is crumbling down and we are all lost. There is nothing to lose. This state is not real, but it appears. But there is reality. It is not Shunya. It is something.
It's interesting what Brahma is saying, how we're born into this experience, but what's fascinating about that is when you think about how there's so much fear around death, because it's such a mystery, but also the mystery is there also with birth, of where the soul was before,
Yeah.
before being a
Right.
baby.
Right.
That's why the baby cries when it comes out. It's like, what happened?
What happened? Where did he come from?
This alarm clock woke me up.
So this is the point to understand that these are not absolute reality. It has a reality, transactional reality, but it is not vyavaharika satta, vyavahar, day-to-day transaction. We use these things. But when you finish this transaction of the day, you go to sleep. This reality vanishes then. You go to the dream transaction then. And then dream transaction, dream is real. So this is all transactional experience. But ultimately, nothing happening. That's why Nisargadatta and others used to say, nothing has happened. Nothing will happen. Let it go. Let it go what? This apparent name and form, let it roll in its own way. Why am I getting affected with it? This gives us strength, power. Analysis gives us strength, how to live in the world. People think Vedanta is too negative. No, Vedanta gives us strength, power. Who we are and what we are. We are all lions, and Swami Vivekananda says, we are all lions when you're behaving like a jackal, howling like a jackal. Let the roaring voice of the lion come up. I am that. To awaken from our petty identity. And this petty identity Anyway, it will go away. Whether we like or not like. This petty identity is now, when I go to sleep, it is gone. And then tomorrow morning I wake up, again it comes back. And our identity crisis, we call, really it is our identity crisis. What identity you keep for yourself? This body now identity, or when I was 20 years old body, that identity? Do you say it is you or it is you? What is you? Where will you identify? This question. Last night you have some dream body. That identity is your identity or not? Where will you identify? It's a crisis. To solve the identity crisis, Vedanta tells you, who are you? So, 28th verse. Evam na sanna asad iti. Evam sat na asad iti. Evam na sat asat iti. That means neither it is sat, existence, neither it is non-existence. I say, you cannot describe what is this Maya. That's why it is not. It is when I am ignorant. It is now, I see this is real. I cannot deny that. But as we have analyzed, that time it is not there. So will you say it is? Well, yeah, it is at the period of ignorance. And no, not when I wake up into another identity. No, it is not there. So, evam na sat na asaditi, evam na sat na asat iti, bhanti matram bijrimbate, bhanti matram bijrimbate, anubhuyatta eva ashu, anubhuyatta eshu ashu kinchit sarva anubhutitaha, kinchit sarva anubhutitaha. Thus, evam das, it is proved. What is proved? In reality, there is nothing real or unreal. Everything appears due to misapprehension. So this whole world is misapprehension of our mind. The experience of all the object is from Brahman, whose true nature is knowledge. It is only Brahman we are seeing, Brahman we are experiencing, we are touching, tasting everything, Brahman. Only we do not know. So this Maya, this world exists. It may be said exists, it does not. So long ignorance, it is all real, and as soon as knowledge comes, all vanishes. This because of the existence of the whole universe is experienced due to the existence of Brahman alone. There is no other reality but Brahman. This is the inner meaning of it. So he has supported this idea from other scriptural quote. What meaning on page 100? That only Brahman, whose essential nature is knowledge and realization, is bereft of the idea of cause and effect, appears in diverse forms. How? That quotation is given, Sanskrit, and the translation is, there is no other existence of the objects except that of the knowledge of the self. There is only one thing, the knowledge of the self. The knowers of the truth describe the world as of the essential nature of knowledge alone. They do not talk about any separate world that exists other than this. This means capital. This means Brahman. Other than Brahman, nothing. Only the confused and ignorant people see the objective world as real. That means, we the millions of people, what is happening? Oh, I see. Only the confused and ignorant people see the objective world as real. That means we. We are all confused. That's why we see the world as real. In reality, there is nothing which arises that can be called the cause and the effect of the world. As is the supreme Brahman, so are these three worlds. And Brahman is real absolute reality, and in the three worlds appear in ignorance. It is also well known that there are three types of theories about the existence of the world, and in accordance with that, there are three different types of students, competent students. This you can know, this is very philosophical. Better to know there are three ideas. One is called, go to the next page, 101, doctrine of creation and perception. That means that philosophy called Srishti Drishti. Creation means the world which is created by Ishvara, which is the result of the indeterminable, empirical, modified form of ignorance. Perception is Drishti, means the knowledge that comes out of the mental modification. The world is already created by Ishvara. That is the idea. This world is already created. Is now the creation is one step down. Three philosophies about this world they are giving. It's called Srishti Drishti, Drishti Srishti. Okay? Two is the Drishti Srishti. And the third will be, what is that one? Heavy. Acha, let me see. The world has three types of theories on page 100 at the bottom. Three theories about the existence of the world, and in accordance with that, there are three different types of students. One, the world has a reality, that is why it can be seen. This is the first type. This is the view of the aspirant of the lowest competence. They say that this is real. Why it is real? Because the world has a reality, that is why it can. I see it because it is there. If it is not there, I would have not seen. That's the first idea. That this idea is for the lowest category of student. Thinking that this world is there, that is why I see. That means you give the validity of the world as real. World is real, that's why I see. This is the first idea. And this first idea is that who accept the absolute and the relative existence of the world and support the idea of creation and perception, Srishti Drishti. Because it is Srishti, it is created, that's why I see. There is the pew, that's why I am seeing it. That means that is existence of the pews are reality. Because of that, I see. That in this doctrine, the world is impermanent, but not unreal. The world is impermanent, it changes, but it is not unreal because it is there. The world is observed, that is why it is there. This, the doctrine of perception and creation. Drishti, Srishti. First one, it is already created by someone, that's why I see. Second idea, Drishti, Srishti. I see, that's why it is there. Is it not? I close my eyes, it is not there. First, you are giving emphasis, this world is a reality, that's why I am bound to see. That is the fundamental truth. My seeing is relative. But the second stand is that I see, that's why the world is. And really, that you cannot deny. We live in our own consciousness, no? I am first, that's why the world is. Their emphasis is I am first. This is the practice of the aspirant of mediocre competence. And according to this doctrine, the apparent existence of the world is accepted. Again, there is no world, neither can be seen. Brahman alone is there. This is called the doctrine of Ajatobad. That's the highest. The world is not created. You are seeing, it is hallucination. Is your mind confused? It is not there. First is world is there, that's why I see. Understand? This everything is real. That's why I see it, I feel it, I experience. Second, no. World depends on me. I see, that's why the world is there. I close my eyes, everything is gone from me. Third state says, this world is not created at all. It is Brahman. You are seeing deluded. That is the third part. It's called ajato, not created at all. This is the philosophy of this book. This world is the highest category of student can think this way.
So say we all know, believe, accept that last one. You know, we're all there.
Yeah.
So if we know it, you know, we trust it, we're reading it, we believe you and the people who wrote the book and everything. What's stopping us from being enlightened?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we know it, so why aren't we all like enlightened?
Yeah, but we are not knowing because we are talking only. We don't subscribe these views. Suppose this world is not created, it is not there. Only I am seeing. Mirage, I am seeing. The rope, I am snake, I am seeing. This is the deluded moment.
So
It is not created.
So are you saying that like when we really do believe it and inhabit it, that we'll see that the world is
The world, then you will see that in that 1-2 state will come when the mind will be totally absorbed in Samadhi state. You cannot see anything, neither any creation. When you come down, you will see that this is Brahman only,
Cannot be seen in the pure mind.
a pure mind. Yeah.
What is the role of the observer in creation of external reality?
Observer, creation of the external reality.
Yeah, because you're talking about 3 different levels here.
So second level says, I see, that's why the world is there. Observation, observer is here. That's why the creation is here.
In all 3 levels, there is an observer.
That is a different thing. It is
So
talking.
they all have the same perception, but I think they have different conviction.
Yeah, that's why they don't.
That's why I'm concerned about the role of the observer. In
Observer,
the
if
creation
you
of
go to
reality.
the observer idea, that is only one. But here we are not going to the observer. I am seeing, I see the world. Why I see the world? It is there. That is why I see. Here is no question of observer. You are bringing the question of who sees this. We are not going there. We are coming to the transactional world. I see you, Shivodas. Because you are there, that's why I see. Had you been in your home, I won't see.
Well, science tells me I'm looking at clouds of electrons, but my eyes tell me I'm looking at various objects.
So you see,
therefore,
but you are not
observer
going
has
back.
the role
No.
of projection.
Yeah, but you are not going back to the witness side. Here, the analysis is not that we are going to the witness side. If you go to the witness side, yes, this is all objective universe. It is not real. You go to the witness side, that is, you are going towards the ajatavada, what they say. Third state. But normal state is that 2 types of people. One says the world is so real. And you see because of that. The sun is there, that's why you see. That one type of people will say that. Another type of people will say, no, I am there, that's why sun is there. If I close my eyes, I go to sleep, sun has no value for me. You may put question, no, for others, I'm not concerned about others. I'm concerned about me. My perception, my experience.
Do we see it through a lower mind or through a transcendent?
All are in the lower mind. Only Vajatavada stands little higher mind, purer mind. These are the 3 states. So you can read it. It is a very highly great ideal. That's why you see how many pages they have taken. It is a serious study. You can do how many? 6, 8 pages. Because this is the heaviest idea of the perception. 3 stand. Srishti, Drishti. Srishti, creation is there. That's why I see. Drishti, Srishti. I see, that's why it is created. and ajato, no. There is no creation. Question of creation does not come. Because I am not there, so the creator does not come. That absolute state. Ajata, no creation. So three state according to the capacity of the student. And you can really read it, we can discuss. This is the big philosophy. Normally we don't get this type of philosophical discussion. But you can read it and then we can come next time to talk about that. Okay? Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanam Astu. Do you want to say anything, Shivadas?